on the way to Sacramento today. Track. Have a great day. Got bikes. The capital. Gonna explore. Look at all the craziness. Ooh. Look at this super cool view. There we go. All right. We're having a great day in Sacramento. Made the train trip out of Davis with a recent subscriber, but better, long-time high school musician friend of over 40 years and a great alto player. He's played at my band.
That's right.
So Adam is going to show me around the city, and we're going to check out a tremendous number of historic red brick buildings. And we're going to be looking for evidence of catastrophe and also masterful masonry. And we're going to likely be inside of the historic train station. And there's a number of great places to look, and we're going to find our way to the city capitol together. And see all the sites. Over here is Sacramento Valley Station. So is that a repurposed, or is that...
That I'll show you next when we get there, yeah.
Okay, super. We're going to have a great day. Inside of the Sacramento train station, the old one. And noticing that the ceilings are colossal. Massive arched work. And of course, doors for giants everywhere. Very large. Probably a 50-foot ceiling. But there's a nice mural up here that is telling us the story. Breaking ground at Sacramento. Transcontinental Railroad. Got our wagons, horses and mules. Quite a large building, spectacular. So here on H Street in Old Town Sac, and looking at these things, this is some sort of a power station, and it's a very old brick building, and it seems to have some damage back here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so some sort of damaged brick. Evidence of some sort of a small fire on that stairway, but not significant. But a huge building, and up the street, as you continue up the sidewalk, you'll see the grade and the blocked in windows. But around here, you can see, if you follow the same height right over to here, you can see how much further it goes down and actually into the ground. But we've got here though, so we are looking at an old publication and seeing some extremely interesting old buildings with all the people. But it's right here, isn't it?
Yeah. So this was raised, and after the raising, it was lost in a fire, we're told. They totaled it, and they built this jail.
Right.
I'm not sure.
So we're hearing some guys yelling inside, and then right over here, standing tall, is this very unusual Art Deco shaped building. A lot of interesting detail, and then right across the street, we're still on H.
A toxic place to live.
Absolutely. But here, this building, we're going to go around the front of it, but it seems to have incredible sculpted granite components that are making up the amazing decorations. And I was looking up a little higher, and it looked like there's some very intricate scrolling, fleur-de-lis, and then they're up here. This looks like bronze. I'm thinking bronze. And we are seeing some Phoenician elements there. So we're going to be looking for fasces and columns and sculptures and representations, and even some decoding. We might be able to decode what they've left behind. So this powerhouse was designated as 1895, yet the plaque mounted to the building says 1894, only a few feet away, so there is some discrepancies that no one cares about. So here we are.
It's okay.
Good girl.
You're being noisy. You're being noisy. She's just scared of people. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. My dog smells a train too.
We have a lot of brick arches, replaced concrete sill, blocked up windows, re-added concrete. I'm sure that underneath this sidewalk is the other additional floors, probably floors. And look at this elaborate shaped brick. It has kind of a molded appearance to it. Fantastic. Loading dock. And so that's all repurposed. That was not originally a loading dock. What's back here? Yes, so we can see how far it goes down below grade from this side. No one would build that way. It's too difficult to excavate that much soil and then backfill it. Something happened. And this is modern garbage. It's ugly. Notice the size of this block here. It's about 2 feet tall. It's about 3 feet wide. It appears to be about 6 feet long. At 180 pounds per cubic foot of solid granite, and the nearest quarry is likely 100 to 120 miles from here. And this is all amazingly beautifully cut granite columns with absolute perfection. Maybe I'm fooled. Maybe it's could be glazed ceramic, but it looks just like marble from here, and I see tool marks. Okay, so closer inspection of this building, this might be more interesting than the granite itself, but this is indeed a high-fired ceramic facade. So each of these pieces that make up this building appear to be manufactured, high-fired, simulated granite with a porcelain finish. It would have had to have been cooked in a very high temperature kiln. And this is probably one of the best examples of ceramic facading I've seen in anywhere I've been yet. These column capitals are just incredible.
See this facade.
So we're going to conquer Old Town. We're going to look at lots of things. Doors for giant. Look at the size of his doors compared to these guys. Look at this. This one too. There's a big metal object. Amazing. So we're at the Railroad Museum, and we're getting a look below grade at these buildings. You can really see how much further they go underground, can't you? There's the street level where the cars are, and it goes down at least on the floor, and there's entrances to other floors. Everywhere. In Old Town, Sacramento, near the Railroad Museum. And as we come along to this corner, you'll see the current grade for traffic, and yet there's these brick buildings that go well underground, and we're going to ride back under here and see them. But notice on this first section of grade, there's the bricked up arches immediately. And this stuff is, look at the condition of this brick. Really messed up. A lot of vacated portions of brick. It looks like it's turning into powder. So the foundation is even below further. And this building here seems to show even more depth. Let's go look. The building right next to it. Look at all this repurposing. You just look anywhere and there's bricked up arches, windows, damage, all the way down. All the way down. And down more. Down further. That is not the foundation. It's just another level. So notice the building, which is an old brick building. And it's very consistent brick until you get down to about here. And there is a definite change in the color and condition, extending underground. And that looks like that would have been ground level. So this has probably been excavated, but we're going to go have a look at the condition because I think it's going to be really crumbly. And let's see, a lot of repairs, mismatches of bricks. This here. Yeah. This brick is absolutely compromised. It is turned into powder, and the mortar is stronger than the brick, and this is returning to chalk. And then up here, it's beautiful. And that is one of the highest quality brick installations you'll see. I mean, it's very flat and very plumb and very uniform, and master craftsmen were here. And today we get buildings that you can back your car through. So these are iron columns. And they're coming out of the ground. These are megalithic granite blocks. They're very heavy and they're cut and they're down here. So we're well below. Oh, look at that. There's an opening in the fence. There's an opening in the fence and you can go under the sidewalk possibly. So this part of Old Town, I don't know what street we're on. You can see I mean, these are original foundations for a first or second floor that still are in place. And then the second floor is where they're using all these buildings. But I understand there is a well-known underground, and very likely under this boardwalk and under the other one down to this lower grade, you're going to find the original entrances to every single building, and that still won't be the foundation, which is probably going to be another 20 feet below. Very old. And there's the bricked up. We've got a look at this. Look at the thickness of the plaster. So most of these buildings that we see that are all bricked, they probably had a really beautiful finish plaster with artwork. See some of the attachment points from the other building, whatever was here. But for some reason, these iron columns are here. And big granite blocks. So fantastic, Old Town Sacramento, just getting started. Okay, I really can't help myself today, because this is garbage. This building was lifted approximately 9 feet in 1865. 1865, so how much of it was lifted? Because it was like at least 9 feet underground still. So that was a, what, fail? A massive brick building lifted. I need someone to explain to me. You can draw it with a crayon, whatever it takes. Use small words. I need to know how you lift this building in 1865. Someone help me. And of course, there's no photos of it ever. Never. So we are back underway, and I'm desperately trying to learn how to one-handed ride in video without dying. Doing okay. But this is all, so we're below grade all of the backside of most of these old world buildings, and everything you'd expect to see, you know, all the various damage, the bricked up, the arches, the deeper, no foundations. But we're making our way to the state capitol mall, and we're going to look at all of the extreme, the largest of the amazing constructions, but we're going to investigate some of these alleys in Old Town. And I believe this is again part of their underground disclosure. So underneath all of these fronts, I believe up and both sides, much like Seattle and a lot of the other towns, where one story below are the old original as-built storefronts before a tremendous amount of mud came in and inundated the entire community. And here it goes even down another floor from where we just were. Getting clues. And Doors for Giants, every building. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Doors for Giants. I changed my mind. So all the Doors for Giants are everywhere. Look at all these people. They're puny. I don't like that cobble. But the cobble, we should take note of the cobble. So this area is all, we see this in many of the communities, this amazing cobble. I gotta get up too loud here. There's a dome on top, octagonal spire. Plastered over. We're gonna go down here again. Back underground, come up in another neighborhood. And there's that massive lift bridge, which is right near the mall. Hi. Got a nice little wagon. And this guy's relative, the ancestor of this horse, is what built this town.
That's how they did it all, right?
That's how they did it all. So once again, just illustrating the change in grade. Here's the cars, and then down. We've got this another level with a big brick wall, but still no foundation. So at least on the floor. And then we come out. We're going to ride down this this other space. This wall has been really modified. Really changed over time. It looks like a, yeah, I'm seeing it. Adam, you got to see this. There's a brick wall underneath this row of columns where this car is parking. I'm going to try to zoom in through this fence from a distance. I might be able to get it. I don't think, no, I got a lot of fence. So let me go over here and get a better look. So underneath, yeah. Oh yeah. There's a large brick wall with some of those angled sections coming off. So right underneath the street, it just goes and goes. All the way under, everywhere. There's a special name for these, but the name escapes me at the moment. Buttress? Yeah, so underneath everywhere, and that's not the foundation, that's just the part of the wall we can see, and here's, oh goody. Let's go ride the carousel. What do you say? Yeah, I get to ride the carousel. Uh-oh. No, it'd be too obvious.
Makes a little more sense here.
Right, yeah, it is a more sense here. So I had a second down here in the parking garage. So underneath all of the streets and sidewalks, we're probably inside of the exterior perimeter of whatever building used to be here, as all the cars, as they park in and under the sidewalk, there's a brick wall everywhere, and really messed up bricks too. Really bad, pock-marked, bubbling clinker brick. That's probably what it is. So this wall used to go all the way across very well, and it's been broken up. So we're in the highest portion of a perimeter foundation of a much larger structure, and especially since it has the buttresses. But yet, whatever this building was is very, very below grade. It's not even close. There's no foundation evidence anywhere. Hello, hello.
You came to pick me up. Said, man, oh, well,
It's an old world alleyway. Old world alley. We're looking for some of those sidewalk skylights. The ones that are very unusual glass that allow light into the structures after the mud. But they still want to utilize the lower floor. All right, on your left. This one's all plastered over. Looks terrible, but it's the same as everything else we've seen. It's turned into a little hangout, little burger place. This side of the brick wall is very damaged. Look how chewed up it is. These are all modified mud-flooded windows. We're back to where we started. How nice. So on the Capitol grounds, and there's the amazing structure, which we're going to get up close to, Doors for Giants. What do you know? Doors for Giants. So they are. We're looking at everything. There's the giant medallion. Just going to take a quick look, real quick one. Just want to show you something, let you digest it. So this is the Great Seal of California. That's Medusa. That's a goddess. And this is founding. Those are structures. Maybe Fort Point. That's Eureka. How about that background music? Okay, so these stars. From the horizon to the next horizon. Nice domular. So Eureka, if you enter that into the numerology ciphers, shares the same numerological value as firmament. They're the same, and that's what they showed you. But we'll go back. But have a look at this massive thing. So this is a megalithic granite sculpture, and it's 7 feet tall. One piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inside curve polished. 5, 6, 7, 8. Machine cut into an apex. And these are saw marks. These are all saw marks. And over on this side, and there's one just like it across where the dancing is happening. There's another sculpture. It's extremely detailed top, all carved. These are some of the oldest photos. But it used to be relocated. So this was down closer to the palm trees, and this place, which has been cut out, was designed to accept cast iron gate components. And I'll look for that picture for you. But let's examine the detail in the top of this structure, which I'm estimating weighs about 10,000 pounds, and it's nothing but extreme machine work. It's nothing but extreme. There may be as many as 8 of them originally, and maybe 4 of them left for viewing. But it is worth noting that these inside surfaces are also high polished, which is very time consuming and unique and unusual for a time period well before power tools. Riding the Capitol grounds, and I'm very disappointed. So this is the way you get into the Capitol now. You have to go between this corridor of artificial wood trailers. Why? How about this in the back? Look at this big clock, though. Craziness. So I want to have a good peek at this. We got ramps. What are they doing? Yuck. So you can't even actually enjoy. You cannot enjoy the front of the building any longer because there's puke in the way. All right, what's going on up here? I need to know. Is it a phoenix? And who are those women? Seems that every one of the decorative components around the building, sculptures, all warrior women, everywhere, once again.
And I didn't care much to live at the time. The process of moving, loving, is deeply rooted. When you don't know who God is, it's really stuck. It really poisons your heart. And little by little, I was poisoning my heart with drugs.
We noticed that these guys are very busy in the middle of massive demolition, including what appears to be some of the facade of the Capitol building itself. And they're doing a really good job of keeping the public eyes off it with these fences and security at entry gates. But the building's pretty big, and I don't know how big their fences are, but these guys have got a giant tractor, and they are ripping. They're ripping. So these guys are excavating this historic park, and they are actively into the building. This looks like newer additions. Can't get a good view. We're gonna keep looking. I'm standing on a garbage can, and I'm gonna eyeball what these guys are up to. These guys are just ripping. So they are into some structure. And they've got drapes and cloths to keep eyes off the structure real well. And these fences are tall, and there's really nowhere to peek. And they seem to be excavating the entire park on all sides. So for whatever reason, when they dig down, nobody gets to see what's under. Mainly concrete and rebar, which looks like something modern. But I think this was the side of the building that had the fascies on it. Getting into the park, and I'm going to try to get up as close as possible to this construction, demolition rather, and see if we can see some strange objects or some big reveals. These guys are on a Saturday. It's a big bell. It's a large bell over here that I'm going to have to ring. This bell. Okay, so from this bell, I'm gonna again peek in. I'm gonna stage myself. Okay, so I'm behind security fence, obstructions of all views, proclaimed security endeavor, and we've got guys, and these guys are mutilating the structure. And I'm gonna climb on something, maybe a tree, to get a good look. But they're using some heavy equipment, and they are up in the structure, and I'm seeing what looks like some unusual masonry back in the shadows. I'm gonna see, but look at all the cloaking. Right up into the structure. What are these guys doing? So look at the construction and demolition work that they're trying to do and how much trouble they're having taking this thing apart. And you see some of the other footage of Palace of Fine Arts falling over. These guys are doing something. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like it. I don't think the public even cares. I don't even know. These guys are completely changing. We're going to do one side at a time until they get all the sculptures off. How about that? But we might be able to go inside. We might be able to go in the building, and I'll be up there, you know, watching these guys. There. Massive cathedral, doors for giants. 3 doors. So this is, I don't know what this building is. But isn't it amazing? Look at that copper work on the top. Let's stop and zoom on this one. Let's see what this is. What is that? Claim jumper. Oh, it's a restaurant. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, here we go. There we go, designation. This is quite a structure. It's a lot of brickwork. What is that? To go into the Capitol through this awful little building. They're obscuring every viewpoint of the building that allows to see what's happening with the demolition. So I thought it was interesting. There's people inside the office wearing name tags and state uniform, and their metal detector is ready to accept people with the green light, but they're closed. Nope, nobody's allowed to come in on the weekends, and they've got people working full-time that will open the locked door in their lovely air-conditioned office and tell you we're closed. It's a full-time job. And this is a full-time woe. So huge granite pieces. This was what I'm here for. Surprise. Surprise. Foundation of the Capitol is buried brick structure with granite blocks built on top. And this one here, the inverted arch. Never see that. So is that a larger circle? I have no idea. But these granite blocks are precision and well dressed, and they are well fit, and there's no damage. And that is a plastered over inverted barrel vault running the length. And then of course, there it is blocked. It's a door for giants. It's a big brick wall too, on a brick wall. So the foundation's well below. But they don't really talk about a brick foundation here, do they? So how about these details in the arches? That round section is a single nice piece of beautifully machined granite and keystone. And continual beautiful molding. All cut granite. Jump on the train. What a fun day. Had a great day today. Exciting day. Rode around, feeling great. Not too hot. Had about 10 minutes to depart. What a nice time. Saw a lot of things. Barely even scratched the surface of the history or the things to see. But I recommend downtown Sacramento. Great place to spend the day. By bike, it was amazing, but the capital is horribly under construction and not worth really going to. You guys have a great day too. great in here.